What's up, Red Nation? VA Rocket Man back with a quick recap of tonight's game versus the LA Clippers. The Rockets fall to the Clippers for the second time this season, 133 to 113. The season is spiraling down really quickly. I know it's only been 5 games, but we have not looked good at all. Even in our one win versus the Lakers, we did not play particularly well. We were able to get that victory. But the other 4 games, man, we've not played well at all. We've not had great cohesion, just not great togetherness, good team play. I mean, we've been out-rebounded, out-hustled, outshot from the field. Just have not looked very sharp so far this season. I know tonight we're missing James Harden, James Ennis. So injuries have definitely played a big part of our season so far. Hopefully, once we get everybody back, we can start to gel a little more and win some of these games. I mean, because we're not out of most of these games for the majority of these games, but then, the lack of depth, it just comes to haunt us in the second half. We just don't have enough healthy bodies to take us to the finish line. So James Harden will miss at least one more game. So hopefully we can squeak out a win against a tough Portland team coming in on Tuesday. At least we do have a few days off between our next game. So hopefully our legs are in shape. We get our legs back and we're just ready to go on Tuesday night. As far as tonight's game, Carmelo Anthony had another good performance. He started tonight with all the injuries. He was able to be in the starting lineup, led us in scoring, played a very good game, shot the ball well, rebounded pretty well like he's been doing all season. But other than him and also P.J. Tucker, he brought some hustle tonight like he always does. Other than those two, though, I know Clint had a double-double, but he's still not the same Clint Capella from last season, that energy that we always saw. I think it's due to Chris Paul and James Harden being a little bit out the lineup every game this season so far. He hasn't found his rhythm yet, and he doesn't really have a quality backup so far with Marquise Chris out. So, and he's having to extend himself a little bit so far this year. So hopefully he can get back on track also. Eric Gordon, I mean, he is struggling mightily this season. I mean, he can't buy an outside shot at all. He did go to the lane a few times tonight. I think that's what he needs to do. Just go to the basket, try to go strong to the basket, get some fouls, get a few free throws, and see the ball go in a little bit, and then stretch it out a little bit. I know we shoot a lot of threes, and he shoots a lot of threes, but, I mean, they're not even close to going in right now. They're either coming up way short or just way too long. I'm not sure if the trade rumors are bothering him or whatever, but yeah, he's just not on track at all right now. Chris Paul still looked a step slow tonight. He had some bounce in that Lakers game, but missing the last 2 games. I think he'll just have to get his legs back in the next few days. So I think he'll be fine. He's a Hall of Fame point guard, so I'm not going to put too much stock in one bad game from him. The bench, I mean, we were murdered tonight as far as bench scoring. I think the Clippers had 80-plus points from their bench. Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams. I mean, these guys just totally destroyed us tonight. We got no kind of production, nowhere close to that off of our bench. So that's definitely something that we need to address also. I know that's kind of hard with all the injuries. We really don't have many people coming off the bench other than, Michael Carter-Williams, and Hartenstein has played some minutes. So it's pretty tough to even establish a bench right now. So I don't even put a lot of this on Mike D'Antoni so far because he's had a tough job with these injuries and suspensions so far. So that being said, it's another tough loss tonight. Didn't envision us starting off 1-4. We gunning for that number 1 seed and that home court advantage again this year. And I know it's only the 5th game, but you do not want to fall a few games behind Golden State and like Utah, a couple of teams at the top, because you may never catch up, especially with the Warriors. They don't lose very often. So We just have to get this thing rolling very soon. Hopefully, by mid next week, we should have everybody in tow. I think Marquise Chris will be back. James Harden should be back. James Ennis, even Nene. Chris Paul should be ready to go by then, back to normal after his suspension. So just have to get it going, man. We have the talent, the experience, like I said in the last video. We just have to just come together. I'm not sure what it is right now. I just don't see that energy, that spirit that we had last year. I mean, we had a real bounce to our step last season in every game. Like, we were so confident that we knew we could beat anybody, that we walked on the court and we said, we're going to win this game regardless of who it was, Golden State or the worst team in the league. We said we were going to dominate tonight, and that's what we did, winning 65 games and making it all the way to Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. So we have to find that mojo that we had last year from somewhere, because it's going downhill pretty fast, pretty early. Still a long time to turn it around, so hopefully we can turn it around. I believe in this team. I believe in our coaching staff, the players, the front office, Daryl Morey. He's not afraid to make a move if we're not doing well. So everybody knows what's in the news right now. So look, everybody has to come together. Hopefully we'll come together soon. As always, I appreciate you guys looking at the video. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on Tuesday night after we take on the Portland Trail Blazers at the Toyota Center. So hopefully that ends in victory, and I'll be a little more happy on that video. So as always, go Rockets.